welcome back to another video with me, Countrywood Girl. Today we're in the workshop and we're going to be on the lathe. We're going to be turning some lamps. These aren't just going to be your normal lamps, they're going to be full of all sorts of different woods. And the idea is that you can kind of use little bits of scrap wood in it, as you only need little bits. So let's get on and do that. If you do like this video, please do hit that thumbs up button, check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel. As always I say that, and it does put a big smile on my face when you do it. We are a growing channel and I really want to thank you for your continued support and following my journey. So without ado, let's get on with it. Let's make it! So I've got out these bits of timber, and as you can see they're all different colours. They're all just quite thin, so they do come out of scrap wood. Or they don't have to, you can get them out of fresh timber that you've bought in for this job. But basically these are now identical, so you've got yew, walnut, sycamore, purple heart, and then it repeats itself again. So yew, walnut, sycamore, purple heart, and then we're finishing on yew. And that one's exactly the same. So first things first is we need to get these glued up. That's the first part glued up. All we've got to do is wait. One thing when you're gluing it up that you want to check is that your pattern is always the same. You don't want to make a mistake of where each piece of timber goes, because if you're trying to make a pair, you obviously want them identical. So keep checking that, and then I'm going to leave them to glue for quite a lot of hours because there's no joints in them, it's just butt joints, so best to leave them for quite a long time. So now we have this. Obviously this isn't going to be big enough to turn a lamp with, so we're going to have to glue another bit on. Now I'm using a solid bit of wood for this, but you could glue it up in blanks again if you wanted to make this all scrap timber, because not everybody has chunks of wood like this. Now this is yew, so it's fairly ropey. So we are going to have to do a little bit of quick gluing or filling to make sure this is safe on the lathe. But for now what we want to do is we want to get this and we want to put a 45-degree angle on it. So I'm going to cut it roughly on the bandsaw, then take a tiny bit off on the big saw just to get it a nice clean finish, and then we can get these two glued together. So let's get on and do that. This grain is so cool. And actually these splits that you can see on top don't go very deep at all. It's only about 5 mm, so that could be really helpful that the splits don't go all the way through. But anyway, Now we've got it to this stage, what we're going to do is we're going to put a domino right in the middle of this. Now this isn't anything to do with the structure of the lamp, this is actually just to locate it for the next glue up, because if you know on a 45, when you're trying to glue up a 45, it just constantly wants to slide. Where putting a domino in is obviously going to stop that movement. So that's why we're going to do that, so let's get on with that, and then we'll get it glued together, and then it's just a waiting game till we can get it on the lathe. So now we've got the blanks glued and they're all ready, we can finally start turning and get them on the lathe. Now, I have actually decided that I'm going to turn this walnut one first, and that's simply because the stock I had for this U was slightly thinner than what I wanted the lamp to turn out to be. So I'm gonna turn this one first and make sure it's the design that I wanted, so you get to see that, and then I'll go on and turn those U ones for you as well. So I will be filming this walnut one and a U one. We've also got an ash one there as well, that I could do a fast time lapse of at the end, and there was oak as well, but I have actually already turned them and they've come out so well, so I'm so excited to get this on the lathe to show you guys how you can turn these lamps. So without ado, let's get this on the lathe. If you are enjoying this video, please do hit that thumbs up button, and I am just going to quickly pause the video and show you one other thing right now, and then we'll get on the lathe, I promise. Let's go. I'm just going to pause the video here and offer you one way in which you can support my channel. I am actually partnered up with a company called Shadow Foam, and they are amazing. They're the loveliest people you'll ever meet, and they're so helpful, so if you ever have a problem with anything, they will help you out. Now, Shadow Foam, which you often see me wearing their t-shirt, it's such a cool company, and it basically makes you organise your tools, but not just any old way, because once you've organised them, they look absolutely epic, and I'll give you an example in a minute. And if you did want to watch how this works, I have done a few videos on my YouTube channel before, so do go over to my channel and try and find those to check it out. But the big announcement is they've just brought out 2 new colours, and now we have got like a really bright purple and a really bright pink. So if you're a girl or a boy who likes these kind of colours, go onto their website and check it out. And then when you hit to the checkout section, make sure you put in all capitals, Country Woo, and you'll get 10% off. And that also supports me as a creator, because I get a small cut of that goes straight back into these kind of videos. But how cool are they? Now let me show you what I did with this stuff, because it's epic. How cool is that? So go check out Shadow Foam and enter Country Woo at checkout. So now it's finally on the lathe, we can start turning this. Now it's between centres and we're just going to start by getting this round. You want really sharp tools because obviously the grain is going all over the place and you've got all sorts going on in this kind of blank. So make sure your tools are really nice and sharp. Take your time. Remember, I always say to people, you want to dance with the tool. You don't want to have your feet stood still trying to move your body like this. Go with the flow, like you're dancing. So yeah, I'm really excited to get this turned. So let's go. So next we've got this really big drill bit, and what we're going to do is we're going to go halfway this way, then we're going to turn it around and go halfway again. Now that's simply so it doesn't wander too much. As you can imagine, all these different grains are going to be different densities and it's going to want to wander differently in all of them. So I'm hoping that if we go halfway this way, halfway that way, the hole should join up, or we have a better chance of it. Now I have had one before a while ago that did wander quite far off, but it still came out okay, so it didn't come through the turning. So as long as we get that, that's good. I've given this a little sharpen, so hopefully it'll be good. So that's what we're going to do now. How cool do these look? I'm so happy with these, how they've turned out, but there's another fun bit still to do on them, and that's to get them oiled. So we're going to be using Osmo oil, we're going to be using a protector and then probably 3 top coats, and then we'll start getting them all wired up. Please do stick around to the end of the video to find out how these looked and how they get wired up and how I fit all the fittings and the bulbs and everything. So please stay around to the end of the video to find that out, and let's get some oil on these. They've all got a nice shine to them and they're all ready to be used. So these 3 have got lampshades on, these 2 are for someone already. This one's for myself, and it's really cool because I actually made the lampshade myself too. I chose the fabric myself and made it all from scratch, so if you're interested in something like that, I can do a video on how to make that lampshade because it was super easy and I'm pretty sure you guys can do it too. And then we've got the ash one that goes with this, and then we've got the walnut pair and the yew pair. I think they turned out really cool. Leave a comment down below on which one is your favourite and whether you're going to give something like this a go. And thanks for watching to the end of the video. I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye!